Let me ask you a question. How long have you been practicing semen retention?
I would say 3 years.
Straight. Say again?
That's one of the most important conversations that men need to have across the world.
Why is that?
Because that's your life force. You feel me? Your semen is just important as your breath. They got purpose and they got uses.
People, if we're gonna survive these next few years with all this madness that's happening, in order for us to get through, it's gonna take righteous code of conduct. So you can't play with righteousness. You either in it or you not. So we gotta put down these low desires and weaknesses of the flesh that we bow to. We gotta build the strength in our will to overcome the low desires.
Choose what it takes to have a demon around you, but to choose to be kind and receptive to people.
But you can get rid of that.
I don't need to.
Okay.
I need that to protect myself out here.
That's the problem.
You know, we getting killed every day. Don't you need a demon to protect yourself?
How you doing, guys? I am here in Miami. We just had a good meal right after a great workout. I'm here with the fellas right here. We got on my left side Ripper. You feel me?
Jack the Ripper, at J-A-Q-U-E the Ripper. Instagram, at J-A-Q-U-E the Ripper.
Rip y'all up, you heard? And we got my guy right here.
Renee Charles. Don't follow him.
Yo, you're gonna check out his YouTube page soon. And he got his YouTube page that we work on as well. We got the sayings out here. Today we have a nice talk, a nice, very important talk for a lot of the fellas out there. And women, you can chime in if you want, give a little comments, let us know what you think about this topic. But most importantly, what you guys think. Before I get to you, what do you think, my brother right here, Renee, about semen retention?
That's one of the most important conversations that men need to have across the world.
Why is that?
Because that's your life force. You feel me? Your semen is just important as your breath. They got purpose and they got uses. To blindly waste that shit is like you throwing your life force away. Now you may not see the immediate, like, you feel me, repercussions. You may feel like the immediate satisfaction, like, oh, I just bust a nut. Yeah, I feel good. But that shit adds up. That shit adds up. That shit depletes you. You may not see it, but it do.
How long have you been practicing semen retention?
There's like times through the year, like when I fast. I don't practice often, but I know how important it is.
That, bro. Before I get to my perspective, I definitely want to get to this young man over here, because he's always we always debating about a lot of different things. So, what is your thoughts on semen retention, my brother Ripper?
We've had this conversation many times. I've had this conversation many times, even on other platforms as well, about the hypocrisy of most men that I talk to and how they justify or make excuses about semen retention or the lack of their ability to practice semen retention, because they feel as though if I do it for 2 weeks and then go back to the behavior, I'm benefiting from it. When in actuality, you're making it worse, because that's hypocrisy. So you have to practice it to the fullest or not at all, because then you won't really benefit from it if you have stepping with it. Like anything else, you got to be all in or not at all. And that's a part of that righteous code of conduct as well. If we're going to survive as a people, and I'm speaking specifically our people, if we're going to survive these next few years with all this madness that's happening, in order for us to get through, it's going to take righteous code of conduct. So you can't play with righteousness. You either in it or you not. So we got to put down these low desires and weaknesses of the flesh that we bow to. We got to build the strength in our will to overcome the low desires.
Let me ask you a question. How long have you been practicing semen retention?
I would say 3 years.
Straight.
But I became conscious years ago. But in the beginning of my phase, years ago, I was relapsing a lot. But I've mastered it now. Like, I don't even desire to do it. And the powers that I have been tapping into is mind-blowing.
So that's what I'm going to ask you next. Practicing it for 3 years, how has semen retention helped you? What have you realized that what kind of powers have you realized you tapped into, and how can it help people by practicing for that long or longer?
It's almost like not almost, it's like you tap into another realm of yourself. But it's something that you have to be granted by the universe after certain trials and tribulations of overcoming, because you're going to be tried. Because the universe or the creator got to test you to see if you're serious. After certain trials and stages, of this process, you'll start to tap into the ability to manifest what you speak, what you envision. Your energy will increase, your health will increase. Whatever your goals are, whatever your drive is, it will add to that in tremendous levels. You'll just become more successful. And success is not necessarily money. That's going to come regardless. This is a material world, so we don't got to focus on materialism. Righteousness first, the material follows the righteous code of conduct. That's the first primary requirement. Don't chase money and kick righteousness to the curb.
Yeah, just do the business, you feel me? Do the business.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about that shit in the street a lot, you feel me? You do the business, the bread gonna come.
Yeah.
You water your gardens, you feel me? You
What
water
they
your
promote,
relationships.
the material world that we live in is more promoted than the spiritual world that we should be striving to. So that's why we're unsuccessful even with money, because true success is not in the paper that they print in the Federal Reserve or in the material world that Allah has put here for us to benefit from. That's not real wealth. True wealth is character development, integrity, and righteousness that's within you that has to be cultivated.
So let me ask you a question. I've been on a semen retention journey for at least 30 days while being in Colombia, right? And you know, now I'm ready to release myself. Is that unrighteous?
Yes, it's hypocrisy.
So is it hypocrisy even if I indulge but still did not bust a nut? Still retented?
Still bowing to that desire to be aroused is a part of you losing. You can't bow to it at all. The ejaculation part is the absolute no, but you can't even stimulate that urge. You can't feed that urge. You can't feed it at all.
Do you know that it is scientifically stated as a fact that you become healthier when you practice safe and happy sexual activities?
But by what conditions? Is that if you're married, what conditions? Are we misusing our women? What are the conditions? Because they tell you, the same scientists will tell you to eat 3 times a day. And that's killing the American people. So I preach or teach 1 meal a day. That's totally against what the scientists say. But most people in America are dying before the age of 50, so it's something we're not doing right.
Well, I can't knock the food thing. I definitely know that the less meals you eat, the more your body's able to actually adapt to what you're going through in life as far as mobility activities and just cognitive relative things to learning with your brain, or it's obviously better when you ingest good foods and take in good stuff. But I want to stick to semen retention.
Okay.
I need to understand this because I've been practicing it, but I always relapse at times. When I say relapse, I don't want to say relapse. I'll say give myself a chance to release, because I've definitely retented for so long. And now, it's time to relax and lay back, kick my feet up, and enjoy the spoils of my labor. Before I go back into the trenches and work again. What do you think about that?
Well, the reason why I said that's hypocrisy is because after 30 days, which is a great amount of time, but you still cannot fully benefit from semen retention if your desire is to go back to that behavior. So the way it works is you can't think about it at all. You shouldn't really track the time.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, the desire is not to exactly go back to it.
Okay.
But eventually, of course, in my life, I want to have a queen. I'm a king. So I'm gonna have to get to the point where I'm not being retention. So what do you think about that?
Well, that's the condition. So that's acceptable to the law of the universe, because you have made an oath with a woman that you want to reproduce with.
Okay.
And then that's a responsibility that you have accepted. But if we out here just fornicating, misusing our women.
So that's what you're getting at. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Don't be, guys, he's basically saying, guys, don't try to just take advantage of a woman just because she has something in her pants that you love.
They promote sex like they do for a reason, because they know it's going to destroy not just your potential, but the powers that are buried within us. The powers that are buried within us is what's the powers that we don't tap into is because of our lifestyle, which is self-destructive. We've been taught self-destruction from day one. So really, we need to come out of this box that we've been taught, especially in America. I'm speaking specifically in America, We need to come out of this way of thinking because it is destructive. And the only way we can do that, I follow the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. I'm not promoting any religion. I'm promoting lifestyles of righteousness. That's all that matters. Not what you claim with your mouth, but your action, your lifestyle. That's what matters. Because God don't care what you claim. It's what you do on a day-to-day basis and the condition of your heart. So that's what we need to be focused on, is really living it and being for real, not playing with it. We're playing with ourselves.
I have another question. How long do you plan on continuing your semen retention?
As good, as amazing as I feel, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna take the God himself to get me into that again, because the woman, I mean, of course it's gonna be a queen. Look, what's up? Look, the queen that I wanna, that's for me. The queen that's for me is for me. So I'm not gonna rush it or artificially pursue that. I want it to happen naturally and organically, so I'm not even gonna put a time frame on it. And that's why working out is so important. I want to stay young forever, so that if I meet my queen at 50 or 60, I'm still in my 20s. You see what I'm saying? I'm still in my 20s.
So you gonna practice it for 50 years?
I want to practice it for as long as God permits me to.
That's beautiful, man.
Because I'm gonna tap into powers that are unimaginable. I want to reach my fullest potential, and I don't want to be in my own way.
Yo, shout out to my guy Ripper, man.
Shout out to Ripper in this bitch, y'all.
He's totally inspirational, man.
Definitely.
I don't know if I can wait till God permits me.
Nah, I'm not going to wait till God permit me, my bro. I'm going.
But hopefully one day I can have some type of discipline that will be so key to want to feel like that.
Yes, sir.
But, yo, Ripper, what's your page so they can follow you, bro?
Instagram at JAQUE The Ripper. Instagram at JAQUE The Ripper. I didn't think it was that funny.
Hey, yo, I ain't know.
And then we got my guy
Ripper
right.
shit so inspiring, dog. I don't live under the same roof. I don't live under the same righteous code. I believe everybody got a code that they should follow. You should die behind your code, 1000%.
That's a fact.
What I do like is the paradigm of thinking that you set yourself up with. You feel me? How you align and tap into the universe. That's respectable. You feel me? And inspiring. But if I also try to live my life based on the accordance and the rules of someone else trying to put on me, that's also can be counterproductive as well. You feel me? And to me, I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm not speaking it for you. I'm speaking it for myself and my relationship with this divinity. You feel me? Now, certain aspects of what you was talking about in couples with semen retention was one is all in or nothing. I appreciate that. That's a virtue. That's definitely we all should tap into. You all in or nothing about whatever you talking about, nigga. You feel me?
Your diet, your body will change. Your workout, your body will change. Your studies, your money will change. Your knowledge will change. You know?
And even if you're having trouble with semen retention, bro, I do encourage motherfuckers to at least try and practice it. Or if you're working on it and it's hard, try edging it. And then like work at what was best for you. Because there's certain people who can't handle a full air squat. They may need a regression. They may need to put their feet on the little weight to lift their ankles up so they can get down to a full squat.
That's a fact.
Work where you at.
What is edging? I never heard of it.
Edging is like, it's a cool way. Like imagine like you're gonna have sex on Sunday, right? But you arouse yourself to the point before you come, but you don't come. Now, granted, in the principle, that's hypocrisy completely. However, I've learned to edge and then bring that energy back into my body.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, it works for me, and not for you.
No,
and
it doesn't work that way.
For you, it doesn't work that way. For you, it doesn't work that way. For me, and the way I move, it helps you. And I understand that. I can't say what works for you.
That's because you haven't come out of the hypocrisy. That's the point.
The hypocrisy that you set up in your righteous code of conduct. That which you set up in your righteous code. I'm not arguing with you.
It's either hypocrisy or not. And when you do it that way, that's hypocrisy.
In
because
your
you're not
way,
all in.
because it's not in your way. It's not. I'm doing it in a way so I can get to that level. When you relapse the first few times, you were a hypocrite.
Yeah. But even that way is hypocrisy.
When you relapse your first few months or first few years of doing this, you were a hypocrite. Right?
No, so, not if it was genuine. If you were genuinely
what do you mean? You genuinely tried and you relapse, nigga. You a hypocrite or not?
No,
right?
When you're genuinely attempting to stop.
Right. And
listen,
then
when you're genuinely attempting to stop,
so what happens?
It's not hypocrisy. So only if you want to go back to the behavior is hypocrisy.
So how many times do you relapse before it becomes like not genuine?
It doesn't matter how many. If you're genuine, you're gonna stop. That's all that matters.
All right.
If you're genuine though.
Right,
if you're
right.
genuine. You can't play with it. That's what I'm saying. You can't play with it.
I
You're
think
playing
you
with
should work
yourself.
on. I think you should work on it until it suits you. I think you should
And
work
your
on
ultimate motivation, not to cut you off.
What about people out there that genuinely want to stop smoking cigarettes, but they can't?
And weed.
And they can't because whatever difficulties that they're having.
It's
Does
something.
that mean their genuinity is
No,
not
they're
real?
hypocrites.
Well, that's chemical warfare, so that's different. You see, you gotta build your will and desire to stop, but it's chemical warfare too. So that can make you more addicted by chemical warfare. So that's a tad bit different because a lot of times people feel like it's out of their control. They just gotta have nicotine because it's an addiction. But you can still, you can reform that. You can come out of that behavior as well because that's absolutely killing you.
So you can come out of eating ice cream.
That's an
Cookies.
addiction. That's addiction.
Yeah,
Chips.
it's an addiction to sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's an addiction to sugar.
That's chemical warfare.
Yeah.
That's chemical
Sugar
warfare.
has a real, like, we got a stronghold on the hood community, bro. Like, corner stores all got the same shit. For years, nigga. Same shit. Arizona's killing the hood.
Yo, guys.
I'm just saying, this not funny, man. We gotta get for real about it. I'm telling you.
One thing too, though, also, guys,
gotta
when
get
you
for
into
real.
this practice, don't take yourself too fucking serious, my boy. Like, this is all love at the end of the day, and because my dog's got a lot of testosterone, my boy. My dog got a lot of testosterone, and that's okay. But when we going through a process, you learning something, don't take yourself too serious, and don't beat yourself up. Because you beating yourself up in the process of you trying to grow genuinely is also counterproductive. So take your time to work at your own pace, my nigga.
No, be genuine.
Work on your own
No,
pace.
I agree.
Work on your own pace.
I agree. But what I'm saying is also make sure your heart is in the right place. Be genuine about it. Don't play with it. Like, you know if you're serious or not. Can't nobody else make you have integrity. You know if you're serious or not. And just get serious. Like, just be serious about it. Don't play with it. Because you're playing with yourself. That's all I got to say about it. And it's really, you're hurting yourself though. That's what you need to realize. It's really hurting you. You just haven't been taught this because you've been taught destruction forever. Now it's time to come out of that and come into another side of yourself for the righteous. Really for your righteous nature. Because the way we live in is not acceptable to the Creator. That's all I'm explaining to us. So that's all I got to say.
Yo, shout out to both of my guys here, man. Such a great combo. and so many different aspects and interests as far as semen retention, but it's definitely being practiced. And that's the thing. That's, you know what I mean? I practice it because my body feels a lot more energetic and young, and I like to feel like that while, you know, getting older every day. It sounds like these guys are doing the same thing, you know what I mean?
Different ways.
In different ways. You know, he's practiced it the last time he did. I've done it for 30 days, and he's 3 years and going.
And infinity. Until infinity. Until it pleases Allah.
Absolutely.
Yo, I got Ripper ain't play. He's gonna rip that semen retention apart. Yo, shout out to you guys. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Matter of fact, you gotta do a little semen retention, so don't smash nothing. All right? Don't smash nothing. But please, press that like button and press that subscribe button, guys. Check out my guys as well.
Gang shit, yeah,
Feel
no
me?
It's all love.
Facts.
Take y'all.